Now, are you one of those people who continually says, I'm so busy, but are you truly productive? Now, I want to share with you 4 different tips for you today in today's video and help you to really step into the most efficient version of yourself, where you're boosting your productivity, you're increasing your performance, and possibly also affecting your profits. Stay tuned. I'm really excited because I love talking about productivity. I love talking about performance and the impact it has on the choices that we make. Now, today, those 4 tips that I'm going to share with you is number 1 is your to-do list and your calendar. Now, this might seem like, this is a no-brainer. This is common sense, Deb. But I have to tell you, common sense is not as common as we often think it is. Now, when it comes to common sense, let's talk about this to-do list. Often we have this running to-do list of all the things that we want to do. And then we have our calendars, which are often blank or have lots of empty spaces. Now, if you're an entrepreneur or working from home, you're going to learn often that there's people in your lives who think that when you work from home, you're actually not working. You can run this errand, or you can take care of this for them, or run after this for them, and you have office hours. You need to block off time which you're doing your work, your business, and then you're going to be happy to help them out in anywhere. I don't want you to stop supporting others in your life or volunteering for different things, but know that you can block off time to do what you need to get done. Now, when it comes to the to-do list, the other thing that I notice is when people have a to-do list, it's not in their calendar. So a friend will phone up and say, hey, you want to go to a dinner and go some shopping, or do you want to grab some lunch and go to a movie? And you'll be looking at your calendar, flip through the pages, and you'll be like, hey, that would be great. I don't have anything on the go. And then you go out shopping, you come home with the bags, you set down the bags, and all of a sudden you look over and you glance at this to-do list that doesn't have anything crossed off. Well, I wonder why. You need to start blocking off your errands or different things on your to-do list that you can capture in a time frame. So you're going to put it in your calendar, you're going to block off, you're going to assign time and energy and focus to that task. And when it's in your calendar, it gets done because you're going to keep those commitments to yourself. So put your to-do list in your calendar and you will start seeing things transform. That list will get shorter and shorter all the time, which frees you up to spend more time with family and friends and your loved ones. Number 2 is know your priorities. Now, years ago, I share this story often. I was working with a business coach and I was telling her how I was in the car with the kids, driving them to different activities, and they would say, I want to spend time with you. I want to spend time with you. And I'm like, what are they talking about? I am spending time with them. But she talked about putting them on the calendar, like I talked about, not a task, but to block off time, knowing your priorities. Because what happens is we're going to be busy working on things and somebody's going to come knock, hey, can you come do this? Do you want to come watch a movie? You want to come play Lego with me? Or can you read this report? And it'll be like, you know what? I'm busy. I don't have time for that. And when you say, I'm busy, what you're saying, you're not a priority right now. So instead, I would say, can I work on this for about 15 minutes more? And can we block off some time where I can just be present with you? This is acknowledging and honoring that person in your life where you want to be fully present and supporting them. But when your mind is distracted on other things and you're wanting to get other things done, you really need to make sure you're paying attention to your priorities. Also, that to-do list that you had, what's most important? What do you want to get done first? Really paying attention to what is going to give me my biggest return on investment at this moment. The third thing is Parkinson's Law. Now, Parkinson's Law means that work will expand to the time frame that you give it. Now, if I put a project on the go and I'm going to block off 4 hours on my calendar to get things done, chances are I could be scrolling, doing some research, and I might not effectively use that 4 hours. But if I put an hour for 3 to 4 days in a week, and I create this urgency, that 1 hour, I'm going to put some pressure, I'm going to put some pedal to the metal, and I'm going to get some work done because time will expand to that 1 hour. And I can guarantee you, you'll get more done in hour increments than you will in that 4-hour time span, because time will take, it might be something that takes you 20 minutes and you will expand it to that 4 hours and come up with different things and get caught up in those blue links that take you into the internet abyss. And I want you to manage your focus. What is it that you need to get done? The fourth thing to help you manage your focus is called the Pomodoro Method, or online timer, which I use the Marinara timer. And the Pomodoro Method helps really focus people's time and resources. And by doing that, what you're doing is you're putting a timer on, whether it be an egg timer, stove timer, online timer. And there's many of them online. They can make different sounds, and even on your phone. But what you're going to do is you're going to put it for 25 minutes, and then you have a 5-minute break. 25 minutes, you have a 5-minute break. And when you do that 4 times, which is 2 hours, then you're going to give yourself a 15-minute break. Now, if you do that for 2 blocks, I can guarantee you those hours, those 4 hours, probably get more done than some people get in an 8-hour day. You will be so much more efficient, more productive, and you'll be boosting your performance, guaranteed. Like, give it a shot. And like I said, it is important to track your time. I recommend that people do this every quarter or every so often, once a month even, to see where you're spending the majority of your time. Track your time for 3 days, up to 7 days, and really see how much time you actually spend in different areas. People take for granted that scrolling time, that escapism, that procrastination time that eats up the time that we have to get things done. Now people say, well, you know, when I have a little bit of procrastination, I get that extra pressure. Why stress yourself out when you can work in small pressured times and then have more time left over to do what you want with your time? Wouldn't they be more powerful? You see, by having a time frame, you don't leave an open-ended time frame that whenever it gets done. You put that pressure on yourself to get things done, and it gets managed. You can only manage what you're measuring and paying attention to. And that way, you're not getting derailed by all these distractions. You are focusing your time, your energy, where you want it to go, because that focus will take your energy exactly where the attention is going to get things done. So it's not about managing your time, because we all have the same amount of time. But where are you managing your focus to get the results that you want in your life? Start paying attention to those actions and behaviors. And it's those little habits that take up the time and your focus that get you totally derailed. Now, think about the Pomodoro Method. What will work for you in managing your time? For myself, I've learned that the Pomodoro Method is great. However, for me, my ideal time frame, I'm diving in at 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and I'm just getting into the meat of stuff. So I have learned that my ideal time is actually 45 minutes, and then I take a 15-minute break. 45 minutes, 15-minute break, 45 minutes, 15-minute break. And I tell you, it works like magic. That focus, that little bit of urgency to create that creative tension to really get you focused in and dialed in and in the zone of getting the work done that you want to do. Well, keep those commitments and promises to yourself, because those are what are going to create momentum and create results in your life. And rate, review, subscribe, comment below if you're watching us on video. And go over to my website at www.debrakasowski.com. That's with an S, DebraKasowski, where you can get your 3-part video course of making habits stick. Create focus and consistency in your life, and let's knock those goals and dreams out of the park and make them a reality. As Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Go out and make today great.